In December 2002, I was concerned because I hadn't had a bowel movement in 2 weeks. I tried everything: suppositories, enemas, milk of magnesia, but nothing worked. By the time I went to the I was so sick I couldn't stand up straight. The care team members gave me a laxative, and after a couple of hours, I finally went to the bathroom. They asked me about myself, and I told them I was a mom of 5 girls and worked as a bus driver for the Chicago Transit Authority. They figured my problem was probably just stress-related and told me to follow up if I had any issues again. Load error. I hoped that would be the end of my health struggles. But just 2 weeks past my 36th birthday in June 2003, I ended up in the mind went to the worst places. 10 days after I was admitted into the hospital, I was sent home. I'd lost a considerable amount of weight. I was worried about how my kids were going to respond when they saw me. Besides an offhanded comment from a nurse that I shouldn't have sex. After I left the hospital, the only follow-up call I got was to ask if I needed any assistance changing my bandages. Although I tried to return to work, I couldn't because I was incontinent. If I hit a bump, I became a biohazard and had to go home. After waiting for months, I was denied long-term disability because, as I was told, having my large intestine removed wasn't considered a disability. Unable to pay my bills, I lost my car and home. Moving from place to place with my girls, I was deeply distressed. I felt like I had no fight left in me. I spent 5 days in a psychiatric ward after attempting suicide. The nurse there really spoke to me. She said, "Your children need to know you. Everyone else is going to tell them their version of you, but they need to have their own memories of you." I felt so guilty for believing my daughters could have had a better life without me. A family friend who had a 4-bedroom house offered to let us stay with her, and that was our saving grace. By December 2004, I'd found a new job and a home of our own. I started doing research and began volunteering with colon cancer advocacy organizations. At the first conference I ever went to, I noticed that there were no young people like me, no one under the age of 50 sharing stories of survival or raising a family. About 1 in 10 new cases of colon cancer are in people under the age of 50. The focus was on cancer screening, which is important, but no one was talking about the financial burdens of cancer treatment and the lack of social support, services, and follow-up care that patients like me really needed. So, I decided to become an advocate. When I first heard about this, I wondered. I decided to take things into my own hands. Since blue is the color for colon cancer awareness, I held a Blue Hat Bow Tie Sunday event at my church, inspired by a documentary I saw on the Red Hat Society. It cost me less than $500 to order bags and handouts to reach 8,000 people in my church. Inspired by our success, my pastor agreed to hold the same event next year and for every year after that. Since then, it spread to 15 churches across the country. In 2015, I founded my nonprofit organization, the Blue Hat Foundation, with a goal of raising awareness and providing free testing for colorectal cancer in underserved communities. Today, I try to be in as many places as I can be, working on hospital advisory boards, holding screening drives, sharing stories of people of color who have survived the disease, and supporting patients so they can thrive long after they've finished treatment.